Wow, well, hello everyone. Welcome. I see a few of you guys coming in. Super excited to see you guys. I'm going to be adding Nay, another one of our peer educators. Hi everyone. Wow, I'm so excited to see how many of you guys are here. This is great.
Hey,
Hello, Nay. How are you?
good. How are you?
I am super good.
Awesome.
Super
Seems like
excited.
you got a great turnout so far, which is
Yeah, I'm really
awesome.
excited because I have so many things to share. I can't wait to get talking.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get fun.
Yes, but we will give you guys a second to get on, get comfy, and we will do a little bit of talking just for like a couple minutes. It'll be nice.
Oh yeah, y'all
Tanner
can.
is also here with us in the chat. We have a few of our other peer educators and Nathaniel, our group leader,
Oh
in the
yes.
chat.
Okay.
Give it about a minute or so and we'll start. These shirts
Yeah,
are so comfy. I'm really glad that we got these. They are very comfy.
stylish too.
Welcome, welcome everyone who's joining us.
Hope you all are gonna enjoy this time taking a break from Zoom. We
Yes, I know.
thought to do Instagram because I'm pretty sure we all have had a fair share of Zoom for like a few months. So
Absolutely. Okay, and give it
okay.
another minute or so for people to join, and we will just kind of talk to you guys about who we are as peer educators. There are a few more of us in the group, so check us out there. Some announcements that we have, and then we just have some questions that we'll ask each other about how the heck we're getting through quarantine, and maybe you guys can offer some tips or take some tips for us. But yeah,
Certainly.
give it one more minute or so. I am very happy that we are doing this on live instead of on Zoom. This is a much needed.
Yes.
I don't know why it's so different, but this feels much better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, well, I guess we can go ahead and get started now and we'll let people trickle in as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hello guys, I'm Erica Rose. This is
I'm Nay or Naomi, but
we have two Naomis in our wonderful group. So we have a Nay and a Naomi Kim. But yeah, so we are peer educators. We work with obviously the University Counseling Center, and our purpose is to just educate you guys about mental health, especially in a time right now. And to just kind of talk about that thing as peers. So if we were on campus, you would probably see us on Cougar Walk. We would even sometimes come to your classes, things like that. So hopefully next semester we will get to introduce that. But yeah, that is who we are.
thank you for that, Rose. All right. So before we wanted to jump right into everything, we have a few announcements. Our first one is our Cougars Care workshops are starting. Our first one is going to be this Friday at 1 o'clock. It's going to be recognizing a friend in need. These workshops are going to last for the next 6 weeks, I believe, and they're going to be every Friday. Our link for that is in the bio, so definitely check that out. It's going to be really like educational, these series, and they also count for SONA credits. So if you need SONA credits, definitely take this opportunity for that. And if you complete 4 of the workshops, you get a certificate of completion. So there's that as well. So definitely come check us out. Rose and I and the rest of the peer educators will be there. So we would love for you guys to come out. We also just held a giveaway this past week. Thank you for everybody who participated. There was a lot of people. So we're so glad that it turned out lovely. Our winner of that was Hey Shay with 2 E's and an underscore. Sorry if I said that wrong, but she was our winner of our $30 Amazon gift card. If you didn't win this time around, it's totally okay. We're in talks of doing some more stuff in the future. So definitely be on the lookout for those. Um, but Rose, do you want to go ahead and go off with our first topic we're going to be going over?
Absolutely. So, like I said, this is our Wellness Wednesdays, where we just talk about how to be well during all of times. And today's focus, we thought for our first one would be really good to just kind of focus on how we're getting through quarantine. So, to start us off, this is one of my favorite questions. It is, what is your favorite thing that's helped you during quarantine? So, I'll let Nay answer that first.
So my number one is my cat. He is passed out right in front of me right now because I mean, cats are almost always sleeping, but
Yeah.
since I've had him since high school, and when I went to college, I didn't get to spend as much time with him, which made me sad. But I mean, that was a shining light during this whole quarantine and moving back home because now I get to be with my cat. And he's probably wondering, when is she going to leave me again for like 5 months? But he's certainly been one of my favorite things to, well, he's not a thing, he's a living being. You know? He is literally a human inside a cat's body, I swear.
Oh,
But he's definitely been a great aspect to have. I've also loved having music. I love music all over. I listen to all different kinds of types, but music is always
yeah.
another really good stress reliever of mine. And I've obviously, as probably many other of you, have watched my fair share of Netflix these past few months.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been my other one.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see Tanner as another one of our peer educators, and he just hopped in the chat to say his dog for sure. I remember you guys both talking about your pets being like a big help, and mine definitely is too. I think there's nothing greater than having a pet who's able to just like calm you down and go
Yeah.
outside and stuff with you. It's really nice. I low-key have a few, but I think that they're all worth it. My first one will be my number one advice. It is this pillow. It looks really strange, but it's a hip pillow. And so you
Oh,
stick
that's
your
so
leg in
great.
this like that, and you like sandwich your legs like so, and it
Wow.
helps to keep your hips in line. So if anyone has back pain or hip pain like me, this pillow has saved my life. I used to wake up in so much pain and just like from walking especially. This pillow, $10 on Amazon, y'all. $10 on Amazon.
Really? I'm
Get
gonna
you
have to
one.
invest.
Get one. It's worth it. It has absolutely changed my
Wow.
life. I thought I was going to have to see a chiropractor and go to physical therapy after one night. Gone. The other thing that has also gotten me through quarantine is me and my roommate really love Halloween. Shout out to Ansley Hutchinson from the APU theater department if anyone knows her. So we really love Halloween, and we started shopping for Halloween decorations in September, and we went to Target and they have this collection of like Halloween toy boxes, and so we got this
Oh my
one
gosh.
for $15. So we spent $7 each, but
That's cute too.
and it
Love
just
that.
sings. It is the cutest thing ever. So that's something that's really getting me through quarantine. Whenever I'm stressed, I literally just sit and stare at it.
Love
Embarrassing.
that.
Yeah. We'll move on to our second question now.
Before we move on, feel free, like, if you want to, anybody in the chat who like wants to share any of their answers to our questions, please feel free. Um,
Yes.
this is a space where everybody can collaborate. You don't just have to listen to us for 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
So our next question that we want to do is, something that's really helped you during quarantine in regards to your workspace? I'll have Rose start off with her answer.
Yeah, so this question's kind of funny because I'm like, my one workspace? No, 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 no. I have like maybe five different workspaces in my home. It is just impossible for me to stay in the same place every single day to do my work. I am a very fidgety and antsy person. I like to be able to move. So I have a desk in my room. I have a lap desk so I can stay in bed for those early morning classes. I have another whole room dedicated to my acting work. I do my work in the kitchen sometimes. And that just really helps me to kind of have like a new environment for all of my classes. So I still get that transition time in between classes rather than just kind of sitting and scrolling on Instagram. I have a minute to adjust to a new environment and refresh my brain. Sometimes a class can be really, really stressful and put you in a stressful headspace. And so to physically remove yourself from that room and put yourself somewhere else for your next class really, really helps to refresh your mind, refresh your brain, and to give yourself a chance to readjust. So that's one of the things that I do. The second thing, like I mentioned, I change my workspace a lot, but I also move between my mom's home and my home. And sometimes it's, really quick. So I got this pen from the dollar store, and it is obviously a regular pen. I literally just destroyed it. It never does that, I promise. But it's a regular pen, and then you pull this part, and it's a highlighter. And if you
Oh.
half of the highlighter, it has these little, like, I don't know what you call these things.
Tabs.
Tabs.
Tabs, whatever.
And it's absolutely perfect for when you're on the go and you need to have all three of these when you're studying or when you need to like do handwritten work. So I just always have this pen on me, and I never have to bring like a bunch of different things. It's so nice. And I got it from $1 from the dollar store.
From the dollar store.
That's also good. Hello, welcome to everyone who's coming. Welcome to our Wellness Wednesdays. We're just talking about things that get us through quarantine. We just answered what's one of your favorite things that's helped you during quarantine, and now we're talking about something that's helped you for your workspace during quarantine. So I think Nay can go ahead and answer and tell us about hers.
Yeah, thank you for that, Rose. I think being in different environments is definitely a good thing to have every now and again. For me, my biggest thing was when I live in Massachusetts, so it was a huge change for me. But that meant I was gonna have to go back home where I don't have a good working space. I don't even have a desk. So I was like, how am I going to do all this schoolwork without a desk?
Yeah.
Because just sitting on my bed is not going to cut it for long. So I was like, I could really use a lap desk, and I certainly got it. It's huge, but my laptop's huge.
That's nice.
But it's wood, and it has a built-in mouse pad, and it has like the slots specifically for your phone, and like if you want to put pens and pencils and whatnot on here. But it has been a lifesaver. When I pull it out and use it, my brain knows it's class time and work time. It's been one of the greatest investments I've made this year. So definitely suggest to have it. I got it off of Amazon.
Nice.
I forgot for how much, but there's so many different types too. I just needed one that was going to be big enough for my laptop specifically, but there's certainly smaller ones. You don't have to go so extra as I did with an extra mouse pad. That just came with it and whatnot. But that certainly has helped me, because now when I use it, I suddenly feel more focused and like just ready to listen. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Zoom University is already hard to oh, is it? See, I didn't know that. I just I don't even know what the box says over there. But yeah, it's like really good. And like Zoom University already has made us like, oh my gosh, I can't focus, but now having that makes it a little bit better. And like Tanner said, he has a notebook planner, so he writes all his stuff down, which I also have a planner as well. Because we're already so digital, and I mean, I use my Google Calendar and stuff for my classes, but to physically write down your assignments also helps as well. So
Absolutely. Definitely gets it down in a separate compartment in your brain when you have it written down versus kind of always looking at the same place. That is a super nice lap desk, though. I didn't know that they had like compartments that you could get, or like a mouse pad and all of that stuff. Hi, everyone. Yeah, that is really awesome. I'm so curious. If you have a lap desk, let me know in the chat. I feel like it's a big thing that's coming out. I feel like even before quarantine, a lot of people had them. I've never gotten one yet, but I'm like, maybe I should get one. Yeah, Tana, I see you messaged and said the notebook planner. Yeah, I do that as well. I have this really weird habit of instead of like writing a to-do list or writing up my homework assignments, I will monologue my days. So I'll start off
Okay.
the day and be like, yeah, so we're going to have a coffee around this time, and then we'll walk the dog, and then maybe we can get this homework assignment done. And then, oh, great, that gives us plenty enough time to do this. And I will like write it down as like a narrative, and it helps me to remember it a little bit more than just like having a bulleted list, and I can really think and like visualize how my day is going to go. So it's definitely really helpful to write things down as well. Ooh, I see Christina said that Costco has good
Costco.
ones for a lap desk.
All right.
Costco is the place to go. Okay, I'm really glad you mentioned that because I'm a grandma and I can't order anything off of Amazon without getting confused. So
Yeah.
I'll probably go to Costco then.
Definitely.
Hello again to everyone who's joining. Thank you for coming to our Wellness Wednesdays. We're super excited to have you. Just talking about how the heck we're getting through quarantine. Um, yeah, so this brings us to our kind of last official question. So what's helped you stay motivated through quarantine? I think it's super hard to kind of picture a life after quarantine, even since it's been so long that we've been in it, and dealing with the coronavirus. So what's something that's helped you stay motivated with your school, with life in general, something that just kind of picks your mood back up and gives you a more grander outlook on life?
Um, I know for me, like I said earlier, music is like a really big thing for me. And definitely a lot of songs have come into play of knowing this whole quarantine thing. But I'm thinking, if I'm thinking positive wise, thinking of the song Whatever It Takes by Imagine Dragons, because I feel I love that band already because they have a lot of like inspirational songs.
Yeah.
But I feel like with that song, it just kind of goes about so many things are going to come at you in life, but you'll do, and like there's so many roadblocks, but you'll do whatever it takes really to get to your goal. And I was watching a show, probably on Netflix. I totally forgot the show, but there's a quote that I use in my bio, and it's like, the devil never wins unless you let him,
Mm.
which is a quote that I really like, because I feel like a lot of the things that all the negative things that come into play, I associate with like the devil is testing us. I don't know, our faith, but I feel
Yeah.
like, if you're not giving up and you're like pushing through all these things, like quarantine being the biggest thing with COVID, and I've had it personally affect me with family members as well. Like
Mhm.
I've pushed through that, and I still am to this day. And I just always think of that quote, like, I'm not gonna let the devil give in to like having me give up because I'm not letting him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been something that's kept me motivated.
Yeah, that's really awesome. It's definitely very empowering to remind yourself that, even though things can be super, super tough right now, like you can still fight back. Like it might be a big old fight, but I think just knowing that, like, you don't always have to roll with the punches. Sometimes you can give the AP appropriate punches right back.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see that Tanner, our other peer educator, said that getting outdoors always makes him feel better. Hates being stuck inside all day. I completely agree. It's really
Hmm.
important to get that vitamin D and stretch your legs and get the fresh air and stuff. And again, like I said, just take yourself out of the space of school all the time. I got really lucky. I am living in Virginia right now, and I have a beautiful, beautiful trail behind my house. So I like to just get out into the woods and walk along the trail and just take a break. Even when I was on campus, while I was on campus during the first part of quarantine over summer, I would just go and flower pick, which is another
Oh,
nice way to get out of the house and stuff. So if you have any flowers anywhere, wherever you are, go flower picking or foraging. It's kind of fun to just like see like what little cute things that you can pick up on your walk if you don't really like to just like walk aimlessly. That's something I do to give myself an activity. Um, Personally, I watched this YouTube video and I haven't been able to find the girl who made it, but she was talking about this psychological principle. It's called the pain pleasure principle.
hmm.
And basically, what it means is that humans have a tendency to avoid pain more than we seek pleasure. So she gave the example of like schoolwork. I am a big procrastinator. All I do is procrastinate on my work because I am avoiding the pain of having to do an essay or having to do my work rather than seeking the pleasure of having it done and having a free afternoon, not having the stress of having to do it. being feeling good about myself for getting it done. So that is a motto that I'm really trying to remember as I go throughout my day, just saying, am I really like avoiding the pain of something when I could just get it done and have the pleasure of having it done? Yeah, so that's something that definitely has kind of changed my outlook and my perspective on life. So I definitely would say, like, go Google that. Um, if I can find the video, hopefully I'll put it up on the APU counseling story, and you guys can watch it because it was really, really helpful just to see somebody else who was like a procrastinator like me kind of talk about something that helped them kind of
Yeah.
get out of that funk, especially right now. It's so easy to get
Mm-hmm.
unmotivated, and yeah, so seek pleasure in life. Don't avoid the pain of getting things done. Get them done. And
Uh,
yeah.
Oscar said he goes on a run. Specifically, he uses Headspace on his Nike running app. I've heard a lot of good things about Headspace, so many commercials too. Um, I've tried it out. Sometimes I feel like it can be, like, I feel so stressed out and I'm like, Headspace. And then it makes you literally pause and be like, take a breather, because I feel like often, especially with how crazy things are in the world right now, we forget to take a deep breath, and deep breaths really help. Like,
Yeah.
they really do. Um, so yeah, definitely having Headspace or any other kind of app relating to that can help a lot, because it lets you pause and take a moment for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
That's true. That's really important. And I hadn't actually heard about the Headspace app on the Nike running app. That's really cool. I've heard of Headspace, but that's a good way to kind of join them with running, and because your body obviously is like exerting energy and breathing, and you're getting those good hormones and stuff in your body. That's like a really great way to make yourself feel better. And yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too with the like avoid pain, seek pleasure. I like when I'm stressed, I like to stress eat and stuff, and then I discovered that running, is meant to make you feel better. So I was
Yeah.
like, running makes me feel better, and if you kind of tell yourself that, you're able to breathe and relax.
Oh,
um,
Nathaniel said right now it's reduced or free because of the pandemic, which is great. I love when I see companies like know how important mental health is, especially when it's a time like this. So it's great to hear that. And Christina also said the Pause app by Wild at Heart Ministries is her favorite. And all right, breathing and reflecting on scripture. You can turn off the scripture and just breathe. I love that. I think that's very great.
yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't know
I'll have
that
to
there was
check
like a
that one out.
Christian version kind of Headspace. That's definitely really good, especially for APU students who happen to be Christian as well. That's
Yeah.
like a really awesome app. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Christina, for sharing that. That's really, really awesome to hear. But yeah, so those are kind of just the ways that we're getting through quarantine. Feel free to share if you have anything that is getting you through quarantine or through school. Oh, and she mentioned it's free.
Ministry.
Oh, yes,
All
thank you.
right.
The other people are happy that she mentioned that.
Yes, this is why we're here. I think we're planning to do this every Wednesday. It's not always gonna be me and Rose. It's gonna be the other peer educators, so you can all meet us at some point virtually. So we're all gonna be doing different topics as well each Wednesday. So definitely, um, it'll be around this same time as well. So definitely should, if you have time on your Wednesdays and you're like, I don't know what to do, like I want to watch something but I don't want it to be Zoom, this is your place. And
Yeah,
you can talk to other students in a more like relaxed manner than,
that,
like, when you have to sit on Zoom. So
yeah. I'm
just
really
throw that out.
excited about these Wellness Wednesdays. I like the idea that we're able to kind of share how we're staying organized and share how we're getting through these times. And well, just share how to get well on a Wednesday. uh,
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we will see you guys, or if not, me and Nay, that our other peer educators will be able to see you guys and your friends, and we can just talk about how the heck we're getting through all of this. But yeah, well, I think we're gonna end it for now. We just wanted to come on for a little bit and just share the things that we did. But Nay, if you just want to remind us one more time about the wonderful Cougars Care
Yes.
uh, event that we have coming up, you guys should definitely go. It's super important, and I think the information is very important to right now. It's really hard to reach out to people when we're not with them, and you can't really read the signs as well when you're not in person. But yeah, it's going to be really
Yes.
able to talk about that.
Yes. So our first workshop is going to be this Friday. The link is in the bio to register. So you'll get an email from Nathaniel after with the Zoom ID and stuff. This workshop honestly has changed a lot of things. Like, I've been a psych major my last year, and I thought I would know how to recognize the funded need, but there was so much that I didn't know about that I didn't learn in my psych classes or remembered. So I definitely suggest tuning in if you can. And like Nathaniel said, it's going to be a different topic every week. So this week it's going to be recognizing a friend in need. And like I said earlier, it counts for SONA credit as well. And if you complete at least 4 of the workshops, you get a completion certificate, which is also a nice little bonus. So yeah, definitely check that out, that link in the bio, to take a look and register for this workshop and the ones in the future. We definitely recommend coming. And like I said, all of us peer educators are going to be there. So you'll get to see all of us as well as Dr. Fernandez. So yeah.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much again for coming. I'm so glad to see you guys all here. I hope you guys got some good information. And yeah, we're excited to see you on Friday.
All right.
Here.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Take care.